guys, what's going on? It's been a while. I kind of want to talk about facing your fears. And this is a big one because I did something crazy a couple weeks ago. The 14th of June was my birthday, and on my birthday I auditioned for American Idol. If you know American Idol, you know that it's a singing show, and there's a lot of people. That's not the best place for a person like me to be, obviously, because I'm scared of everything, but I did it. It was an experience like no other. This is something that I've been wanting to do since I was like really young. I always told myself, like, oh, the years would just keep going by, and each year I would be like, oh yeah, someday I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna audition. You know, every year that passed, I kept saying it, and I was never acting on it, and I was like, okay, when am I going to actually do this? The opportunity arose, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I signed up and I got my wristband. Still in my mind, I wasn't fully planning on actually doing it. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna sign up and I'm gonna see what happens, and if I chicken out, I chicken out. We were standing in front of the arena, and there were camera crews everywhere. There were news stations, camera people, and just people sitting around with guitars, singing, and you know, at that point I was a bit uncomfortable because I was like, okay, everybody's singing, and they're really good. And the way it's set up is just a big stadium, and I knew when I got there the whole situation. You sit in the bleachers, they call you up by different rows, depending on where your seat is, and there are like 10 booths set aside, and each booth has a set of judges in them. They just give you like 25 seconds to sing, and then they judge you and they tell you whether you're going to go through to the next round and audition for some more producers. Yeah, a lot of really good people didn't make it through the next round. And that was nerve-wracking, but I guess the main thing for me that I wanted to do was just sing to prove that I could do it, because to be perfectly honest, that was my first time singing in front of anybody. There was a lot of people there. The more it got down the line to my row, the more nervous I got. I was freaking out, and my body language, I could not hide the fact that I was scared. I was literally shaking. I was like, my legs were like shaking. I was shaking my legs. I was tapping them on the ground and shaking them, and I was like chewing the heck out of my gum. My face gets like red, and it gets kind of hot when I get really anxious and nervous, and I'm with my paper, I'm just like just panning my face. Then we finally had to get up and go. I literally, the whole time, I felt like I was going to pee my pants. To calm myself down, I had to take deep breaths. In my mind was repeating, it's okay. I never have done anything like this. Especially willingly, just get up and go do it. And that is a huge step for me. When we got up there, I was the first one out of my group to sing. They called me up. Holy crap, the nerves I was feeling, oh, I can't even explain to you. I started singing, and my heart was pounding so fast. It was an overwhelming feeling. I tried to keep eye contact, but my brain was working overtime, and I'm like, oh crap, what if they can sense my nervousness so hard? I'm afraid that I had this look on my face while I was singing. So after I was done singing, they said thank you. I turned around and I stood in the line, and oh my gosh, the feeling I got was like, I took a deep breath, I let it out, and my insides, oh my gosh, they were so nervous, but they were so happy at the same time. I was so relieved because this was something that I wanted to do. This was something that I had to overcome. This fear that I had was so high for myself, but I told myself that I could do it, and over time I did it. I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. They told us all that we need to work on our confidence more, but when the judges picked me aside and told me that my voice was really good and that I have a lot of talent and I have a lot of potential, but that I need to perform, I was the only one that they picked out and told that to. That was an experience, guys. After that, I thought to myself, what else can I do that I have not been doing this whole time? There's so many things that I can do, and my anxieties aren't going to stop me from doing those things because they didn't stop me from doing this. And yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot for me to realize these things and to go forward with it. I had this quote that I had heard, something along the lines of, I'd rather live a life of oh wells than a life of what if. Staying in your comfort zone is, it's a place that, of course you feel comfortable. It's your comfort zone, you feel comfortable. But if you want to get past things, you have to feel anxious, and you have to sit with that feeling of anxiety, and you have to stay with it, and you have to get past it. And you can't keep running away from it. Learn to cope with them. This was something that took a lot of mental time. I had to go in with the mindset that every single person in this building is in here for the same exact reason that I am. And I know every situation is different, but this is just my situation. And of course there are a lot of other things that I have to work on, to get over and stuff. Anybody out there that's struggling too can also do the things that they want to do. It's completely mental. Things like this are going to be hard, but there are ways to get past them, to go through them and rise above this stuff. And it may be hard, it may be really difficult, it may take a long time to get over these things, but you have to try. You have to know that you're capable of doing it. And you can't let your anxieties hold you back from anything. Or else you'll be saying, what if, your whole life. That was crazy. Crazy. So I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll make a video whenever, I guess. Bye.